What's going on, everyone? Justin here with Trading Cards and More, back with another mail day video. Today we got some more packages in the mail, so without further ado, we're just going to get into it. These are cards that I'm buying, investing, potentially grading, and making some money on them. So, a lot of Pokemon, as if you guys have been watching. The market's just been crazy for Pokemon, and there's just a lot of money to be made right now. With sports kind of cooling off. We've seen obviously the boom of the basketball market this year. Kind of seems like as it got kind of towards the end, there's only a few players that really kind of retained their value. There's a lot of them just went down or kind of flatlined. So nothing really exciting going on there. I've already purchased pretty much all the basketball I wanted to this year. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. So we got this is another one from Champion's Path. I actually just talked to GameStop today because I pre-ordered the Champion's Path Elite Trainer boxes 2 months ago, and they're still haven't got their shipment. And the guy on the phone basically said he didn't know exactly when they were going to come. Sounds like there's kind of a issue with their supplier or whatever. So it sucks not knowing if and when I'm going to get these boxes so I can open some boxes. So I literally haven't opened like anything Champion's Path other than the stuff that I got from my buddy Brett. But this is one of the rainbow rares. It's a trainer. These are like, I've been getting these for like 12 bucks or so, give or take. Draw time cards, what's going on? Joel, what's going on? There's actually some basketball in here. I'll give you a hint. It's not ultra modern. You guys want to try to guess? Let's see here. So this is from the US, but we have a Rayquaza. This is from the new set. Japanese came out first. These are going to be in English as well. I've already seen some of them images floating around on Instagram. This is the new rare. It's called the Amazing Rare. Really cool cards, almost like shining type texture to the card. Let's see if I can get a good. I'll pull it out of the sleeve here. Rayquaza is probably my favorite one out of the bunch, but just a really cool look to it. So, see the texture that it has on the Rayquaza. It's almost like the shining, and it's got this really cool colors in the background. It's a really nice card. Nice gray borders. Of course, the English version has yellow borders. And then that new back, Japanese back. So, looks pretty good. Probably going to be sending these to PSA. I got some more ordered, but I think I ordered them from Japan because these are Japan cards. So they're a little easier to get from Japan. Usually a little cheaper as well. Just because that's where you buy them from. You just got to find a seller that doesn't charge an arm and a leg for the shipping. And I'll usually buy more than one from a seller to get a good deal on the shipping. Let's see what we got here. Some sort of a mystery, I guess. Joel thinks it's Jordan or LeBron. I haven't even really looked at LeBron lately. I know his price has kind of cooled off a little bit. But I was buying like his rookies and stuff. I have a stack at PSA right now. I'm just waiting to get them back. Both shipments right now that are being graded have LeBron rookies in them, and they're both end up good. Hopefully they're both coming back around the same time. It's kind of funny. They got this really in there. I'm gonna have to just cut this. I don't know why they did it like that. I mean, I see that they put it in a little bag or whatever, but it's just so tight in there. Okay, I see what we got here. So I got 3 Charizards for $12 shipped. These are part of the. We opened one of the boxes, but it's like a oh, I don't know what you call it. It's a deck building thing where you get 3 Charizards. You get 3 Charizards in it as like promos. And these are the 3 Charizards. I got two Charizard Reshirams and Charizard and Braixen. So basically $4 a card. I mean, that was kind of a no-brainer. Even if they're not gradable, it's like really like good price. This one looks a little off-centered. I can see it on the front. Definitely that border. This one's a little off-center, so that's probably like a 9. But the other ones look to be pretty good. Have to look them over, but yeah, definitely can't go wrong. And if you look PSA 10 price on these, it's like way up there, you know, as far as like comparable to just an ungraded. All right, next package. Drew, what's going on? Yeah, it's not LeBron or Jordan, but it is a Hall of Famer, so that'll be kind of my hint. It is a basketball Hall of Famer. This might be it right here. Let's see. Man, they really taped that crap. Yep, it is. The whole thing is... They sandwich it with a bag, and then they tape the bag and everything. Oh, okay, there we go. Christ on a bike. Trying to get it open before I show you guys what it is here. There's so much tape on here. There we go. Okay. Draw time card says Duncan. Pretty close. 1 year before Duncan. We got some Allen Iverson. These are the his Fleer Metal rookie cards. I got these for dirt cheap. I think like $10 shipped or something. I actually bought a bunch of these a few months back, like 20 or so. And I looked through them and they're all packed fresh. And I submitted a bunch of them. If you look at PSA 10 prices, it's pretty darn high. It's the fact that you can get these for $3 to $5. It's just a steal. The Duncan metal really went up earlier this year, and it's kind of come down some. It's like $20 raw, but it was going for like $40 there for a while, and it actually looks really good. Yeah. Usually you got some corner. It's hard to tell because the way the card's designed. Like it's got like a little white corner, but no, these corners look really good. Just give you guys a look at it. That's not indented. That's just from his name on the front of the card. But, oop. Sorry we lost you there for a second there, guys. I was just showing you the Allen Iverson. Just get a better look at it. There's the back of the card. Real clean surface. No issues. Corners all look really, really good. And then the front of the card. It's usually kind of hard to tell on this card. Like if there's an issue with one of the corners or whatever. But they're looking really, really clean. So that's card. Definitely looks mint. So good deal on that one. These top loaders you can tell are really old. They're kind of discolored and just looks like they've seen better days. That might mean that these cards have just been sitting in there for like the last 20 years. Really, really nice. I was actually expecting these to have a little, I mean, I can see just a tiny little touch of white right there, but it's just barely. Just barely, barely. Nice cards, so might be grading those. Like I said, I got a whole stack of these at PSA. And if they come back 10s, I mean, the price is pretty high just because there's not a ton of people grading them. And I think, you know, Allen Iverson, Hall of Famer, it's Fleer Metal. This one does have, yeah, it's got a white nick on that corner. That's probably the one out of the 3 that's not going to be gradable. Yeah, see. Give you guys a look at it. See what I see here. But really, really, really got a good deal on those, so I just couldn't pass them up. Every now and then I'll buy stuff like that. Are these a good value? Yeah. So I paid like $3, $4 a piece for them. And if they get PSA 10, they're like $300 or more. So about 100 times their money. And then even if I don't grade them, I'll just sell them ungraded and make a few bucks. But all right, we got another rainbow card. Okay, we got a Articuno. I graded a bunch of these earlier this year, and I had a whole stack of 10s, and I think they were only selling for like 30 bucks or so in a PSA 10. I was buying them ungraded for 10 bucks, so I didn't really make a whole lot of money on them. And they're still like $10. This one has a tiny little touch on that corner, so. But I usually look at the centering on the front specifically, make sure it's pretty good. But yeah, it does have a little touch. So anytime I can pick those up for $8 to $10, I usually snag them. Because they are going for like, I think, 70, 80 bucks now in a PSA 10. So that's not too bad. Oh, that just pulled right out. They don't have that in a top loader. One momento, guys. Just don't want to damage these cards. Okay, so this is a lot. They got some cards sandwiched in between some top loaders here. All right. Hopefully nothing got damaged. So we got this and then one more package. Probably another lot. Yeah, any Hall of Famer is going to be either worth money or going up in value, especially with this year. So we got a Shrine of Punishment. Looks like that's part of the Shiny Vault collection. I've never owned this one, but it is off-centered. Don't usually grade those anyways. Kind of one of the cheaper trainers there. Giovanni's Exile. Got Lucario. Sea Viper, Rowlet, Wimpod. There's a Guzma. I was getting pretty good money for these in a PSA 10. Guzma. That one's a little top to bottom. Let's see here. Dartrix, Formosa, Malamar. Some of these are a little bit more popular than others. Really you want Charmander, Charmeleon, Eevee. Those are the really popular ones. So those are just shiny cards. We got some shiny GX cards. Guzzlord. Really nice. Zoroark. This was a promo 77A. So it came out of one of the collection boxes. I already have every single one of these cards in a PSA 10, so these are more or less just to flip them. 157A Metagross. He was also a promo. Charizard's has always been like a fan favorite. So, a lot of people collect Charizards, including myself. So any card with Charizard on it. There's another Zoroark. Also off-centered. This one's off-centered too, a little top to bottom. That one's a lot nicer. Even these Birds cards are really, really popular. You get the stained glass one, which was the promo in the Elite Trainer box. That one's going for really good money now. This one's gone up in value as well. So, another Metagross. A little off-center, but that one's actually better than those other ones were. Beckett. Lucario. A lot of people like him. That's pretty cool artwork there. Another Guzzlord. Reshiram. Kind of another fan favorite there. Kartana. Lycanroc. There's two artworks for the Lycanroc in this set. That one looks dead center. Articuno, very nice. The Birds, any of the Birds, pretty popular. Probably the best one I have in here is this Glaceon. So, Glaceon, Umbreon, Sylveon, Leafeon. They're all good in this set. I think this goes for like $300 in a 10. So if this one card comes back at 10, it pays for every single card in here and then some. So, yeah. Electrode. Ganondorf, and Decidueye. So pretty much I'm looking at is make sure the center is not too far off. So if it is, I know it's going to come back a 9. And then look at the back to make sure there's no damage or anything on the surface. So yeah, these are looking pretty good. So a lot of cards in here that'll be going to PSA. This is probably the best set right now to get cards for and grade them because people are collecting the set. Just everyone's going crazy over Hidden Fates, and I think that's going to be that way for a while at least. And I've seen some movement on a lot of those PSA 10s, so that's why I've been buying them. some of the 10 prices have moved up, whereas the raw prices haven't moved up as much. They put a bunch of tape in here. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. So we got AV cards in here. What's going on? Are you saying to send all Pokemon PSA? If they're good cards, like these shiny GX cards, you look at the PSA 10 price, say the PSA 10 is like $100 on this card, and I could see it's perfect. It's going to get a 10. Then obviously it's smart to send it, because you're paying $10 to grade it. The card's probably ungraded, like maybe $15, so your total investment's like 25, and then you can turn that into 100. But you gotta look at each individual card and see what they're worth, what they're going for. Pretty much any shiny GX cards that we're sending. The shiny cards, some of them go for a little less, but I mean, most of these are even pushing like $35, $40 now in a 10. So those ones I'm a little more strict on now, because it's the front centering's really, really tough on those. Looks like another Pokemon lot here. I've been dealing with Pokemon cards for 4 years. I know the actual, like, the card stock. The actual card stock. And there's a few different ones that Pokemon uses. But you can't... There's no fakes out there that even look close to an actual Pokemon card. Like the actual card stock, the surface. They're not good. And then the front of the cards, obviously, with like cards like with the texture and stuff, there's no texture. So there's no fakes that I've come across that are even remotely like real Pokemon cards. And I've never bought any cards that were actually like fakes. So I can tell usually with the images and everything if they are going to be something. So what do we got here? Oh, I did buy some more basketball cards. Forgot about these. So I got some Shaq rookies. Some more Tops. Shaq's rookies. That one looks really good. Good centering in the front too. These are going for like $400 in a 10. And then Tim Duncan, Tops rookie. This one's a little rough. Alonzo Mourning, Tops gold rookie. It's got the gold. Latrell Sprewell, Christian Laettner, gold. Robert Horry. He's got like 7 championships. And I've already got those cards. Those aren't a big deal. There's a Garnett rookie. There's a Skybox rookie. There's another, oddly, that we got one of these in that lot. The Iverson. Does look a little bit on those 2 corners. Got Grant Hill. His stuff was pretty undervalued. It started to move up this year. Looks like his Fleer rookie card. Pretty chipped up in the back. Mostly I bought it for the Shaq and the Duncan, and then the Alonzo Mourning. A lot of these other ones aren't worth a ton, but Ray Allen, Anthony Hardaway. That's got the 5th anniversary stamp on it. Let's see, yeah, that is his rookie card. Wow, 5th anniversary stamp, Anthony Hardaway. His stuff isn't worth a ton. He had a great career starting out, and then he just was plagued with injuries and stuff. Of course, Shaq left Magic because Magic was not going to give Shaq enough money. They really screwed that deal up. They should have kept Shaq. Instead, he went to the Lakers because they offered him a way better deal, which, I mean, if somebody's going to pay you $50 million more than some other team, why would you stay on that other team if they don't want to pay you enough money? It's just kind of common sense. We got Tracy McGrady, rookie. So that's a nice one. Stephen Marbury. If you guys are from the 90s, remember a lot of these cards. Ray Allen. I actually picked up a whole lot of these the other day. Stephen Marbury and Antoine Walker. So this is an interesting card. I'll show you guys. See how yellow that is? This has probably been on that top loader for like 20 years. I don't think anything's going to get flooded with Pokemon. Oh, this one's got like a line right there going across. But the way you tell the centering on this is this border. You can see how big the border is here, here, and there. This one's actually pretty nicely centered. Unfortunately, it has that line right there. And then the back of the card looks like that. So you had Kobe's rookie this year, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, really good rookie class there, and then of course Stephon Marbury, Antoine Walker as well. So Pat Winter, what's going on? Said has a Ray Allen Celtics jersey. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I was selling these cards, like I said earlier this year, and the prices have just been going up on these things. And the more popular ones, like the Glaceon, like I said, that's, you know, up to like $300 now. So some of the ones that weren't as popular, that maybe the PSA 10s were like $30-40, have gone up, like doubled. A lot of them have really gone up. Even I was surprised, you know, the promo, which I was getting these ungraded for like $2-3, and the 10s are like over 100. So yeah, I'm not worried about any kind of flooding, because PSA is taking so long for grading right now. They're taking like you know, 7, 8, 9 months or whatever from, like, if you send them in right now. I did see some people grade with CGC, and their complaint was that getting the 10 was really hard because they're a little bit more stringent on the centering grade. So like if a card, like if you look at this card and you say the centering, you go, yeah, it looks like it's pretty good centering, like maybe 9.5. Like maybe it's not 100% perfect. And the CGC will grade it like a 9, or they'll grade it like an 8.5. Because this one is a little bit top to bottom, but so you look at it and they just downgrade it, and then the best grade the card's gonna get is a 9, or if it gets a 9 centering and like the surface is a 10, the edges are 9.5, the corners are 10 or whatever, it'll get like two 9.5s and like 2 9s and be a 9, or it'll be maybe a 10 and 2 9.5s and a 9 and get a 9.5. Well, people that collect cards, they want to get a 10, they don't want to get a 9.5. Just like Beckett, that's why Beckett graded Pokemon cards don't typically sell for the same price that a PSA will. So people are so what they're saying is send cards that are like older. Maybe the grade's gonna come back like a 7, 8, 9, but you already know the card's not a 10. So, but with new cards, you want to send these off. Like I'll send this in a PSA, and this could very well get a 10, but it might not get a, you know, BGS 9.5 or CGC 9.5 or whatever. You kind of get screwed out of your grade. I don't think I've seen you break 97, 98. No, I have not. Definitely not. Well, number one, the Topps cards, when they come out of the pack from 25 years ago, they're going to be sticking together a lot of times, which just damages the card. And it's keeping those boxes sealed is a lot smarter than trying to rip them out of the box, because you can just buy these cards already out on the market and find, you know, gradable copies. There's no sense in spending hundreds of dollars on a box, and you're kind of rolling the dice at that point. So, highly recommend PSA over Beckett for higher value. Yeah, DB cards. I've been doing this for 4 years now. I've never sent any cards to Beckett. I've only used PSA. I've sent thousands of cards. If you guys watch my videos, I've got PSA videos of unboxing cards as well as like shipments that I'm sending in. Just this year, I've sent in probably about, I don't know, 4,000 cards roughly. So yeah, I know all about it. But yeah, you're always going to get better value out of a PSA 10 with Pokemon. Maybe with basketball, some people prefer Beckett. But then again, you know, if you're going to get a PSA 10, you'd rather have that over a BGS 9.5. So, unless you need quick turnaround, yeah, right now with CGC, you can get a fast turnaround, but you're going to be hard pressed to get a 10. And I've seen a lot of them on the market. That's just due to the fact that people jumped on the kind of the bandwagon, I think. People that want to get their cards back fast. They're like, well, I can send them to CGC and get them back like in a month or whatever it takes. You get the subgrades on the card, and you know, you got other you got YouTubers that are kind of promoting it almost, or saying, oh, hey, I'm sending these cards off to CGC, and then people see that and then they want to do it. That's kind of what I've seen anyways. But if you go on eBay, you'll see, you can type in like CGC Pokemon or whatever, and you'll see a bunch of graded cards. I haven't looked into it too much, so I'm not really too worried about it because I just always send my stuff to PSA anyways. Um, the only problem is now you're looking at, months and months and months to get your cards back. So if time's an issue and you don't want your money tied up that long, it might be worth doing. Like if you're starting a new business, but when you have a business model like I do, where I've already been doing this for years and years, and I know how to make money doing it, there's really no point in switching over to a different company unless you totally get screwed from PSA or something. Um, Dominic pulled a Zion out of a National Treasure. Wow, that's had to be worth a lot of money for a auto. Depends on what it's numbered to as well. Pat said, watching the 92 Upper Deck unboxing. Did you get any Shaq trade or draft? No, I didn't. Those black bordered Shaq rookie cards are extremely tough to grade. So I don't even think I graded any of them because they were just all, maybe there's one or so, but I haven't got any of them back if I did grade them. It's just a tough card. As far as the trade card, that deadline to send in your card to get your trade card is long gone. So you're only looking at the ones you can pull out of the packs. I think that's it. Vintage Pokemon. Yes, I do buy vintage Pokemon. It's just so tough right now. The prices have gone like so high, and anytime you see cards that are really nicey raw cards that are real mint, the people go crazy over them, especially if they're a sought after card. So the prices usually go so high that there's no really meat on the bone to make money. So unless I'm buying the card and like I want to save money and not buy it already graded, and I can buy it ungraded and just maybe get a 9 out of it and save myself a few $100, it might be worth it. But haven't been looking too much. And then as far as like collections and lots, it's kind of the same thing where people just overbid the crap out of the stuff. And I'm only looking for the real good stuff, and there's just too much competition, especially on eBay. I mean, that's where I've gotten all my old stuff. Obviously, I have stacks of graded cards of, Jungle, Team Rocket. A lot of those I bought graded, but just old Charizard cards that my whole collection was just bought raw. But a couple years ago, it was a lot easier, and you get stuff for much like better pricing. And now it's just gotten crazy where you're spending hundreds, and when you're spending hundreds of dollars on a card, and you get it in the mail, it has one tiny little flaw that you couldn't see in the photo or something, then you gotta send it back and go through this whole dispute process. It's just such a pain in the butt. So just something I haven't been doing a whole lot of as of lately. And this new stuff is just so easy. You get a card for $10, pay $10 to grade it, and then you sell it for $100. I mean, that's $80. Buy it for $20-$30, grade it, sell it for $300. It's just easy money, especially on this new stuff. It's like a lot easier to grade, especially if there's Hidden Fates was a great set for getting 10s, especially if the centering's good enough, you got no issues on the surface, you're looking at a 10. I mean, it's just that easy. You guys will see when I get all this stuff back from PSA. It's great. I used to send Pokemon cards in. I remember I had an order of like 150 cards, and I got like 7 that weren't 10s. The rest were 10s. It was just like 10 after 10 after 10. And some of the 9s I would look and I'd be like, what's that little white nick on the corner? I didn't have that before. So it was like almost like they were damaging it or something. But my eBay name is same as my YouTube's, Trading Cards More. So other than that, I think that's gonna be it for the day, guys. Hopefully we get a call from GameStop here sometime this century. 2016 Pokemon are where deals are. Yeah. I mean, XY era, that's when I got into it. There's definitely some good sets. I mean, I've been hearing talk about Generations. You had the Charizard with the trainer guy on it. Really cool card. That's pretty cheap. Part of the Radiant collection. There's a few other Charizards in there. There's a Mega Charizard. Those are going up because they were the 20th anniversary set, and now this next year is going to be 25th anniversary. Um, but a lot of the sets just weren't that great. But they didn't have like rainbow rares back then. They had just regular full arts. You had some really sweet full art cards though. Yeah, there's definitely some good deals you can probably be had out there. Problem I will tell you is the card stock quality back then wasn't as good until you hit evolutions. They did do some reprints though. Ancient Origins, they did a reprint that had really good card stock. I actually bought a few cases of those cards, pulled all the full arts and everything out of there, graded them all, and 95% of them came back tens. Also, like Fates Collide, there were some cool cards in there. The Alakazam Gold card, and there were some prints on those that were really really good. Problem is now it's been 4 years. A lot of those cards on the market that you're gonna find on like eBay and stuff, they got a little bit of play wear. The back's got little chips or nicks on it. It's just really tough to find good quality like ungraded cards. Do I buy graded cards? I do. For that exact reason. If there's something I really want or I'm putting a set together or collecting, I'll just buy it already graded in the condition I want instead of spending all the time trying to find one. But as far as this new stuff goes, I can just buy it and grade it myself and get tens most of the time. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video. I appreciate the questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments. Um, have a good day. Not sure when we'll be back again, just because it's been impossible to find anything on the market. I do have some top sets, but I don't even know if I'm gonna open them or not. Just because I just sent all my cards in to get graded as far as the ultra modern. So if I open those up, they're just gonna be sitting there. So I don't know when my next ultra modern shipment's gonna be. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.